Now, before we get into the episode, I just wanted to say an enormous thank you for listening. I feel so blessed and lucky that I get to do this for my work. Beautiful Inside is a passion project of mine to bring these important conversations to light around mental health, about mindset, how to heal and how to bring our best faces forward in the world. To do this, to help me in my mission, it would really help me if you would hit the subscribe button and be engaged. Let us know in the comments on YouTube or DM us. Just keep us across what you want to hear about, because I'm making this show for you and I just want to make sure that it's the very best show that it can be. Welcome to Beautiful Inside. I'm Sigourney Cantelo. For over 20 years as a magazine beauty and health director and founder of Beauticate, I've shared stories about how to be beautiful on the outside. But recently, I've also been on my own journey to uncover what it means to be beautiful within. Inspired by my own experiences with mental health and healing, I'm meeting people who have remarkable stories to share. How have they come back from the brink of adversity and reclaimed their power? How do they continue to nurture their inner selves while creating space for joy, beauty, and well-being? Now, before we dive in, I have a small favour to ask you. You have no idea what a difference it makes. Yep, you guessed it. Please hit subscribe or follow. This small gesture means that we'll have greater reach, better scope for guests, and more resources to make this show the very best that it can be. And feel free to comment on YouTube and tell me what you want to see more of. And together we can keep these important conversations going and continue to explore the link between inner and outer beauty. Whenever I'm in Byron Bay, I always make a time to come here to Aesthetica. It's the not-so-secret secret behind the luminous complexions of Byron's most radiant locals. Surfer moms, the Bangalow creatives, the Lux Hinterland hippies and Pittsburgh girls who seem to have cracked the code on effortless glow. Let's just say their secret might involve more than celery juice and saunas. Aesthetica is tucked away in a chic habitat precinct, and it's one of the most calming, elegant spaces that I've ever stepped into. It feels more like a boutique spa than a clinic. But behind the serenity is serious expertise. A team of medical and dermal professionals who take a truly holistic approach to skin confidence. Founder and registered nurse Alexa Rocket, known affectionately as Nurse Lex, combines a background in theatre and intensive care with an artistry for balance and restraint. Her less is more philosophy has earned her a loyal following that spans Sydney, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Melbourne and beyond. So if you're planning a trip to Byron and you want your skin to look fresh and healthy, I can't recommend Aesthetica enough. And the team at Aesthetica had a special offer for our Beauticate audience, so check out the show notes for more details. I was really torn when I was coming up with the ideas for my Sacred Six spas, because I've been writing about beauty and travel for 20 years. So there's so many places that I would like to mention, worldwide, the Dior Spa at the Plaza d'Athénée in Paris, the Hotel de Cap in Antibes, the Bulgari Spa in Bali. My favourite's probably the Armani Hotel in Milan. That spa was just, all the Six Senses spas, the Saniva Kiri in Thailand, Phu Quoc in Vietnam, we went last year. The Regent Spa there is amazing. So there's so many international options, so I think I have to do a whole separate one on that. But in Australia, I was also stuck because the city spas are pretty amazing, so I think they deserve their own one. This is going to be my roundup of the top 6 destination spas that I've been to. I'm coming to you from Alba, which is on the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, and this place is just phenomenal. I've stayed here for a couple of days. So this is one of the brand new rooms at Alba called the Sanctuary. There's only 5 standalone villas. This is exceptional. It's got the bath with overlooking the valley. You can see down to Alba Springs. I mean, the rooms are just so luxe. I love these fabric covered walls, the light fittings, everything is just so beautiful. Having a cup of the Alba signature tea. Look at this teapot. They have the most incredible springs here. So Alba combines geothermal pools. There's 22 indoor and outdoor pools with the most incredible spa treatments. I had the Jewel yesterday, which was just the most sublime, decadent Vanessa Megan facial, that 2-hour indulgence, body treatment, scrub, facial massage, and then it finished with caviar and Veuve Clicquot champagne. So that was next level. You can even hire the terraces, which is the private pool if you want to bathe by yourself. The water is around 38 degrees and it's naturally occurring, full of minerals. Also, a big feature here is the dining. The menus are all by Karen Martini. Food is very local, regional, seasonal. absolutely delicious. Lots of vegan options, but so yummy. Victoria has a wealth of naturally occurring springs. There's right across the road from Alba, there's Peninsula Hot Springs, which is a very different vibe. Alba is very European. Like you'll go to the restaurant and everyone's in their gowns, dressing gowns. It feels like you're in a European spa. In fact, I went to Thermvals in Switzerland when I was in my 20s, and it really reminds me a lot of here. Very kind of austere, geometric architecture, and it is quite Switzerland vibes, you know, like you're taking the waters. It's not something that style isn't as well known as Australia. It's a bit more, Peninsula is a little bit more public, you know, it's a bit more festive. It's for like hens parties, and it's beautiful too. This is much more aesthetic and luxe and a little bit more exclusive. It's capped in terms of the amount of people that can come. You're not sort of lining up for the baths or the pools. So yeah, it's incredible, and just the architecture alone is just mind-blowing. There's something about the spareness, almost brutalist kind of lines. There's curves, kind of strong angles, stone, concrete, but then it's softened by all these beautiful circular shapes. It's just... Number 2 is going to be the CL Spa at the Mornington Hotel on the Gold Coast. Now, I went there recently. It has the latest cutting-edge treatments like dry floats and lots of wellness add-ons, sound therapy. So it's really, I feel, at the forefront of what's happening in wellness as well. Plus, the Mondrian is just so exquisite, the design, and it's very accessible for people. You know, you don't have to travel a long way to get there. I mean, depending on where you live, but Gold Coast is, you know, very accessible. They've got full body LED. They've got infrared saunas, obviously, cryo, dry float, red light, Augustinus Bautis, facials, touchless technology. So if you're a person that doesn't actually like being touched, you can go to a spa and find a lot of these really immersive experiences that don't actually involve you being massaged. I also wanted to mention the JW Spa at the Marriott on the Gold Coast as well, because that is really, truly exceptional. But I had to only choose one. I went with the Mondrian because I've been there more recently. The next one I'm going to say is Sapphire in Freycinet in Tasmania. Now, this is really, truly very luxe, escapist spa. Tasmania is, you know, Freycinet is very remote. It's so beautiful. It's a luxury lodge that draws deeply on the wild, kind of pure and natural setting. They've got Peo, I think they've got Sadashi. It's all inclusive, and the spa really does feel like part of the environment rather than being apart from it. Like, it's all just integrated so beautifully. Next up, Gwingana Lifestyle Retreat. I am a very avid Gwingana fan, having been there several times over the past 15 years. You know, in terms of retreats, it's a true retreat. I think they've even got weekend stays, but you generally, like, a 5-day stay is great. Some people stay even longer. They have so much education. They're always at the forefront of wellness therapies, very integrated with emotional therapies too. So they have things like equine therapy with horses, and their therapists are just phenomenal. They bring a lot of the therapists in from Byron Bay.
So I'm pretty zenned out. I'm in the Whisper Lounge, and my massage was amazing. Kathy did myofascial cupping on my back. She did like a hot stone massage on my tummy. I feel so good. I'm so relaxed that I just fell up the stairs and dropped my tea everywhere when I was walking upstairs. Just going to try and chill out here before I get in my buggy. I'm worried I might have an accident. But look at the view.
Body workers, kahuna massage, you know, crystal healing. Some of the things I've done over the years have been really wild and wacky and wonderful, but they have really moved me. Like, I remember doing a gestalt therapy with this old guy who'd been doing gestalt for years, which is like a form of therapy where you talk to your, you know, people who have hurt you through your life, and you have to actually talk to them as if they're sitting on a chair. I've had incredible acupuncture. I've had acupuncture with sound. I've had transformative experiences at Gwingana. I also want to mention Soma and Eden as other retreats. I haven't actually stayed at Soma. I interviewed Gary Goro, who was my meditation teacher. Check out the interview with him, because that was at his home at Soma. So he designed Soma. It was the setting of 9 Perfect Strangers. that's also an amazing option, and I've heard great things. I haven't actually done the retreats there, but having seen it, it's pretty spectacular. Eden is meant to be great too, but I'm a Gwingana devotee, you know, after years of going there and seeing just how amazing it can actually really transform you when life has just hit you with too much. And you know, while I went to stay at SPP and I did an intensive trauma program, a lot of people obviously don't want to go that far, and you know, but health retreats are a good kind of stepping stone to tackling some of those inner demons or traumas that we carry around with us, yet may not be ready to go into a clinical setting like I did. So I think that's nice. A nice happy medium is to take yourself to a health retreat. I'm looking forward to going to Billabong retreat actually in New South Wales. That's meant to be great too. I also want to mention Gaia. Gaia's amazing. It's smaller than Gwingana, a little bit more boutique-y, but if you want to go to a retreat that doesn't deprive you of wine and coffee, then Gaia's a really good option. Therapists are great, spas are great. Of course, it was Olivia Newton-John was the owner of Gaia, and Trudy J, founder of Retreatment Botanics, who also worked with Olivia on Retreatment Botanics. She's lovely, and Gaia is pretty fantastic, so check that out as well. I thought I had to include something from the Whitsundays, so I'm going to say Spa Qualia at Qualia Hamilton Island. It is phenomenal. It's your true sort of luxury island resort spa experience. It's located on the private luxury island of Qualia. I've been there several times over the years, and it does feel like a private island. You have your little golf buggies. One year we went with L'Oreal and we all had our own golf buggies with our names on them. And they had this super yacht with L'Oreal across the side, and you know, we went and had lunch on Whitehaven Beach, and I mean, it was phenomenal. If I could probably choose any resort in Australia, it would probably be to go back to Qualia because it's just so nice. I also want to mention the Intercon Hayman. So I haven't been since the Intercontinental took it over. I went when it was the one and only, and it was really incredible. I don't know what their spa's like now, but it's probably worth looking into if you want that really luxe island resort vibes. So I was toying with the last one, and it was a tough one. I wanted to say the Khalil, but then I thought I'll keep that separate for a city spas one. And I also wanted to say the Sofitel, Darling Harbour in Sydney. So we'll park that and we'll come back to that. I think in terms of destinations, Halcyon House on Carburetor Beach really stood out to me. It's a beautifully interior design-led hotel, very boutique-y. The spa's not huge, but it was just very beautifully done, very exquisite treatments. The design was just phenomenal. So they used Sadashi. They've got this beautiful dome-shaped steam room. Also, while we're talking about Byron, I should also mention Crystalbrook. The Byron at Byron, I haven't been since Crystalbrook took it over, but over the years I've been to the Byron at Byron's. Spa has always been fabulous, so I'm sure it's still top notch. And I love the little villas that are interconnected by the walkways through the rainforest, so that's another really great destination escape. So I think that wraps it up. These are all great spas to add to your list, whether it's for a girls' getaway or to take yourself away and completely reboot, or even as a partner. These are, I think spas are the way forward for our mental health, to disconnect, to unplug. There's something about being pampered and looked after and nurtured in a beautiful bushland setting or coastal setting that just revives you in a way that nothing else can. And staying here at Alba has been amazing. I think there's something about the geothermal waters that just infuses your body with it's like bathing in magnesium. You feel like instantly relaxed. You feel healthier. You feel more connected with nature. I just want to show you my little spa band. So this is your band that takes you into the spas. It opens your locker, opens my door for the sanctuary. Very cool. Now I've got to go and check out, very sadly. I'll leave you with that. May all your spa dreams come true. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Beautiful Inside. If you enjoyed this, the best thing you can do is share it with a friend, leave a review or give us a rating.